Hi, Carolyn Stevens. You've undoubtedly noticed that these days little longer-term good occurs if you use a command and control approach, right? What I've noticed is that most of your leadership success comes because you're able to positively influence people conversationally, especially when it comes to motivating your team members to deliver discretionary effort. So what is the key to effectively influencing people? It's know your targeted outcome. I keep being impressed with how great leaders have so much clarity about their intended outcomes. They seem to know what they're targeting from every conversation, from every meeting, from every activity. On the other hand, when I ask some of the leaders I'm coaching, what's your targeted outcome from the conversation that you need to have? Their response nearly every time falls into one of two categories. The first being, well, now that I think about it, I'm not sure what I'm targeting. Joanne leads a team of insolvency experts. She's repeatedly concerned about the quality of Philip's reports. Although they're generally okay technically, he doesn't use the English language well, and there are many grammatical errors, even misused words. Joanne's put off having a conversation with Philip because she didn't really know how to approach him, because she wasn't clear on her intention, her targeted outcome. Sure, she wanted Philip to write better reports, but in talking about Joanne's situation with her, it was clear that she had the view that giving feedback is being critical. No wonder she had put off having the conversation and consequently not created an opportunity to be influential with Philip. Before we talk about Joanne's way forward, let's look at the second category of responses I often hear. That is, having an unrealistic outcome. In Joanne's case, when I encouraged her to clarify her outcome from the conversation with Philip, she said that it was to have him use the English language correctly. When I asked Joanne if she thought this was a realistic targeted outcome from a first-up conversation, she of course said no, it wasn't realistic. I helped her devise an achievable outcome for her conversation with Philip. She decided that it was to have a dialogue with him about where they each thought his reports were on track and where they each thought they were less well on track, rather than Joanne simply letting him know that he needed to fix his use of English in his reports. And I'm pleased to say that as a result, Joanne had a constructive and influential conversation with Philip. With a clear, realistic outcome, she easily, without hesitation, spoke about how she perceived he used the English language, and they jointly devised a plan that would enhance his report writing. One of the hallmarks of a great leader is that they're always clear on their outcomes, what they're targeting from each of their conversations and activities. Now here's your task. Think about the conversations and activities you have on your plate today and this week. How much clarity do you have about each of your outcomes? What's your intention for each conversation? If you have clarity on your outcome, do you think it's realistic? To pursue this line of thought and to develop your capacity to be more influential, shoot me off an email to arrange a conversation. We'll get clear about your particular challenges and lay out a step-by-step plan for you to master this critical leadership proficiency